I got asked a really good question that I want to share my answer with. It's not perfect, but there was value for the person that I answered it to, and I'd hope there's some value for yourself. It's all really around budgeting. It's one of these subjects that's ridiculous. I think we spend too much time, we have to spend all our time trying to make money, that we don't get enough time to think about how we spend it or how we manage it. And financial wellness is something that I'm really, really becoming more and more interested in. Anyway, I got asked, how do you manage your cash flow as a student? And I think it's applicable at any age. And really recently, I had a chat with a guy called Dave Kavanagh, who's in this space of financial wellness, and he shared a simple tip for me that I want to share with you. So he said, look, if you're having trouble with your finances, get a bit of a grip on them, get a bit of a perspective on them. And he said the most simple thing is write down all your sources of income in a given month and everything that you spend money down to the cent. And that's a really, really interesting process. So just get an A4 sheet, right? And as you're progressing, so almost keep it on a daily basis. What did I spend money on today? Bang, 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 bang. What did I get money on today? And it could be literally, I picked up €1 on the ground, to I got my wage, to I got my bonus. Whatever it is, keep track of it. And on the same way, I donated money here. I bought a packet of crisps. Absolutely note down everything. Now, what he said was really interesting. He said, look, just the process of noting things down will reveal a lot in itself that will make you much, much more conscious of where you spend your money. So that's the first tip that you should do. And I think people don't do it. And it's sad because people almost blindly spend. They don't realize they're spending money, and then they get to the end of the week and they go, oh my God, where did all that money go? But if you can see it in front of you, where exactly that money went, you'll think differently about how you spend going forward. So that's kind of like the first tip. Second thing for me is actually understanding your different types of income and your different kinds of expenditure. So different kinds of income, your fixed income, your salary, your irregular income, bonuses, commissions, freelance work, whatever that might be, and your random, magic, beautiful, where the hell did this come from income, that's worth thinking about as well. On the other side of that, your fixed expenditure. So your rent, your general food bills. It depends on where your priorities are at, but that could be everything from your gym membership to your Tinder subscription. Whatever are your absolute, I need to spend money ons, you need to keep note of. And ideally, whatever they are is going to be quite a bit less than your fixed income. If it's not, you really need to look at things and review things and get whatever that figure is well beneath whatever your fixed income is. The other thing then is your wants. So it might be a nice meal, it might be some nice clothes, it might be a nice night out. And what I would encourage you to do is to tie them to your irregular bits of income that come in every so often. So like a commission, like a bonus. And again, I would make sure that whatever you're spending there is less than whatever you're bringing in. And on that basis, you've managed your finances. You're spending less than you're making. Obviously, when little bits of bonuses come in, perhaps it's magical random money, I think I called it. I think it's nice to tie, to have an idea of, well, if I want something, I'll save up for it and I'll buy it, and maybe that contributes to that. There's a really sad thing, I think, for all of us, we're victims of it, where we're over-marketed to, and we are convinced that we need so much stuff. There's this good phrase, buyer's remorse. You buy something, and as soon as you bought it, you wonder, why did you buy it? And I always think of that quote in Fight Club, you don't own things, things own you. And so what I'd really, really encourage anybody when they're thinking about their cash flow and they're thinking about purchases is obviously know the fixed purchases, the things that you need to buy. But when it comes to the things that you don't need to buy, but you might want to buy, perhaps don't buy them impulsively. So don't buy them when you see them. Perhaps note them down and keep it in mind for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or whatever it is. But if you go into a store and you see something and you like it, think, okay, I like that, I'll note it down and I'll check back in a week's time. And if I still like it, I'll really think about it. And repeat that process 2-3 times over. And if you really want it in a month's time, then it's a completely different purchase to one of those purchases that perhaps you might buy and only a second later think, no, I don't want that. Those are like the simple basics when it comes to thinking about your financials. Sorry, bit of a tongue twister. But I'd really, really encourage you to get your head around them now, because they're the kind of skills that will stand to you right the way throughout life. There's a much more advanced way that you can look at it in terms of building a kind of a financial plan with regards to savings, with regards to investments. There's all that sort of things. If you're interested, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll do another video on that. I won't be doing it off my back. I'll be doing it together with one of the kind of pros that I'm talking with. And that's one of the lovely things. I love that I can reach out. I kind of built a network of people that I can reach out. So if there is a bit of added advice that you want, let me know. I'll reach out to one of them and I'll share their value with you.